Everyone, good day everyone. Once again, welcome to WiseLink Academy. Today we want to draw tangency, that is, we want to draw another tangency problem. Let me show you. Today we want to produce out these objects that you are seeing in front of the screen and also at the right corner of the screen. So this is a tangency problem which we need to produce out on our on our board. So how do we start? Looking at this is a very simple problem on tangency, in which I'm going to be solving right now. So the first thing to do is what? Is to start with this big circle we are having here. So let's draw our horizontal and vertical line. Let's do that. So this is my taking your T-square. You can see my T-square. You draw your horizontal line this way. Can you see my horizontal line? So as you can see my horizontal line. So the next thing I'm going to do is what? Draw my vertical line to create what? A point. Square this way. Can you see that? So you take it upward to draw a vertical line. And you just put here this way. As you can see what we are having. So this point you are having here, let me say is this point here. So is this point here. This point here is this point here. So there's a big circle of what? Radius 22. Can you see that? So let's do that. With the aid of a compass and your meter rule, you measure 22. That is 2.2, isn't it? 2.2 for somewhere here. As you can see. So you take it, you place it at this center point. You draw a faint circle. First of all, a faint circle. As you can see that the next thing to do here now is what? Is to proceed. Now, what is next? As you can see, you have successfully drawn out the circle. The next thing is what? They said from this point here to somewhere here is what? 75. So let's measure to 75. Using your meter rule, you place it on this center point, measure 75. Here is my 75. This point here is my 75. So at that point, as you can see at that corner of the screen, that at that point there is a what? This point you are seeing here is not that circle. That small circle that I see at the right corner of the screen. Let me show you what I'm saying. So this point you have successfully drawn out here is this point down here, not this point here. So for us to what? To create out this circle, to have this window point, they said the circle has a radius of what? 12. So let's measure 12. So measuring 12, that is 1.2, isn't it? You place 1.2, this is 1.2. Pause here. Can you see that? So you take it at this center point, this point you have indicated here, you strike an arc somewhere here. You can see. So from that arc you strike, you take it there, you draw what? A faint circle. A faint circle. As you can see that I've drawn. So I can easily from that point take my T-square upward to what? To create a good sensible center point for this circle. So that is, draw a horizontal line and what? Draw it very well. One line and my vertical line. See my vertical line of this circle here. So it has given the circle a reasonable center point. So the next thing to do now is to what? Is to indicate. Let me show you. So we have successfully drawn out this circle you are seeing here. Let me show you this circle we are seeing here. We have drawn the circle out. So the next thing is what? From this point here is this point at this place, isn't it? We're going to measure what? 1 centimeter upward, because they said distance from here to somewhere here is 1. So you start from this, measure 1 centimeter upward to this place. So let's do that. So measuring 1 centimeter, I'll place my meter this way. On that bottom point, this is my 1 centimeter here. This point here, so we transfer this point here. Can you see? You transfer it to this place. You draw a line between these two circles. You can see this is a line in between them. So that line is our what? Line 1 centimeter. So let's indicate that. So from here to here is what? 1 centimeter. As you can see at the right corner of the screen. As you can see that. So let's proceed. The next thing to do is to what? Let's see what we're having on our hands. We have successfully drawn out this circle and this circle, and we have drawn a line in between these two circles here. Line of what? 1 centimeter, isn't it? Upward. So next thing to do is to create out this arc, is to bring out this arc, isn't it? And now I told you in the previous videos of tangency that whenever you see a tummy, something like this, an arc covering like this, you what? Subtract. But whenever you see an arc open like this, you add, isn't it? What do you notice? This arc here is what? Is producing out what? A belly, a tummy. So anybody that has fat tummy will always want to reduce it. So you subtract. That is the first thing you're going to be doing here is what? Your big arc. This is the radius here you're going to use, but it's tangential. This arc here is tangent to this circle, but not tangent to this big circle. Can you see that? So the reason being that you're going to what? Add R55 plus R12. You understand that? So you'll be having R43. You'll be having 43 to be your answer there. So the next thing I'm going to do is what? You take the R55 plus R0. Do you know why I said R55? This is our big R, isn't it? R55 plus R12 to give us this. So this, this point here is also, there's a circle here, but circle has a radius of 0. So you add 55 plus 0, you'll be having what? 55. So now let's use this to produce out this arc. So doing that, I'll be having something of this nature. As we said earlier, we added, the first one is what? We're going to be what? R55 plus R12. R12 is what? Center point, isn't it? So R2, this is the radius of 12, isn't it? So we're going to what? Measure 43. 43 will be somewhere here. 43, 1, 2, 3. Extend it to this point here. Can you see that? 43. You place it at the center point here, isn't it? You strike an arc downward. Strike an arc downward, as you can see. The reason why I'm extending it is that the arc, the second arc that I want to draw might fall at any point, so that I extend it. So the second thing I'm going to do is what? The second radius is 55 because we said R55 plus R0. This R55 plus R0 will give me what? 55. Measure 55. 55 from here to here, 55. So please at this spot, at this point here, can you see that we cut an arc? But the arc from here to here, as you can see, that is, from here to here is what? 55. So with the same measurement, just place a pin of compass at this point and what? And measure and draw your. Show you. Sorry. Like this. Can you see that? I'm thicken it. Thicken it. Can you see that? Come in, let me show you. So you can see that. The next thing to do now is what? After successfully drawn this, the next thing to do is what? Is to create out the other parts you are having downward here. That is, this arc you are having down here. So what we did first, we're going to do the secondly. So the second calculation I'm going to be doing is what? This R22 plus what? R85. So R85. Is it plus or minus? It's minus. We're going to do subtracting. Shading. I said whenever you see a tummy, you subtract. So there's a mistake. My answer is correct, but I have a sign mistake here. So this. So this is negative sign here. Negative sign here. So the next thing to do is what? They said to create this arc you are having here. This arc you are having here. You need to what? Subtract, because it's having a tummy. It's like a tummy. You minus. So that's R85 minus R22, we'll be having 63, and R85 again minus R0, because this point here is point 0, so we're having what, 85. So working on this, as with the aid of your compass, you take your compass this way, you measure what, 63, as we have said earlier. 63 falls somewhere here, and you see that you take it at this point here, strike an arc upward. The next thing to do after that is what? To measure the other reading, 85. Let me show you. We have what? 63 and 85. So let's do that. 63 and 85. So remember, 85. Measure 85 from here to here is my 85, isn't it? So you place it at this point here. Strike an arc upward. So this will be the same with 85 at this point. At this point you are seeing here, let me show you. You take it from this point here, vertically, you project it, you are having something of this nature. So you taking it. As you can see, you'll be having this. So similarly, you can take your point of compass to this point here and taking this aspect. Let's taking it. You're having this, isn't it? If I come to this point here, I'll take it. As you can see at the right corner of the screen, it's taking it, coming, as you can see, there's a little slight mistake here. Let me repeat it from here again. Make sure you gauge it. It must gauge. Let me show you. So we'll be having this figure, as you can see here also at the right corner of the screen. But let's indicate our point. This one has radius, as you can see at the right corner of the screen, has radius of what? R12. As you can see at the right corner of the screen, here has radius of 55. R55, isn't it? Here has a radius of what? R22. As you can see, the next one is this one has having a radius of what? R85. Can you see that? So the next one is to indicate the distance from here to here. That is distance from this center point here to this center point here, which is what, if you recall very well, is 75. 75. Let me show you what I'm doing. It is what, 75. From here to here, 75. So if you found this video helpful, kindly click on the subscription button and like. Welcome to Wiselink Academy.